Okay, all right. So, today's session is just we want to do something very quickly. It's going to take 10 seconds. The first part of today's section, your assignment that I dropped says you should do what everything that you are told to do, and then you have to submit a live link. So you have to submit a live link. A live link is the completed thing. Something you created, something you want to show a friend. That, okay, look at what I did. You're not going to show a friend code, or you're not going to show a friend your HTML and CSS. They don't care, but they want to see the live site. So how do we host our code so that when we go to live server, what we are seeing in live server, the page that opens up would still be what whoever has access to the link would see. So that's what we are doing for this first part before we move to CSS grid. So let me quickly create something very quickly. Um, all right, so I created a container and I created 4 items inside the container. So I want to give the whole container a class of items, just items. So I'll go to my styles. I don't know, have I even linked this? I've not. So let me link the CSS. I'll call it styles.css. Styles.css. Because that's the name of my styles.css here. Styles. So styles. What else? Let me target the items, each of them, and I'll give them a height of 200 pixels and a width of 40 pixel, 40%. Should I use 40? Let me use 45%. Okay, all right. So just let's go to live server so that we can see what we are doing. So let me go live. Taking time, taking time, taking time. I don't know why it's taking this much time. Should be open by now. Okay, all right. So host our site, which is the title. Uh, host our site. So we are up. All right. So it's empty now, although there are divs there. So divs will not display. So I want to give the div a color. So let's just give it a background color of crimson just to save time. So we have 3 divs here. Let's make this 100. Yeah. Let's give it a margin of 1 rem. So all right. Okay. All right. Let's make this higher, like 400 pixels. Okay. All right. So what I want to do is I want to flex this container so that they are side by side. Now they are top to bottom. Now they are top to bottom. So I want it to be side by side. And I also want it to be 5, not 4. So let me add one more here. Yeah. So now it's 5. So um I gave them a width of 45%. So see what happens once so the container, which is the parent, I want to give it a display of flex, and then it will now be side by side. But you see the 5 of them are here. I don't want that. I want them to be 1 2, then beneath 1 2. Or let's make this just 3 containers. I don't want 5. So I want them to be 1 2, then the last one will be in the middle. So 1 2. So this is 45%, 45%, 45%. We should not work because 45 is 90. So this guy ordinarily should not be here. It should come down. But when you do a display of flex on the parent container, it will not take into cognizance the width of the items. So for you to, if you want this width to really take effect, you have to add flex wrap. So you say flex wrap is going to be wrap. So once you add wrap, then it will now start calculating using the width. So this is 45, this is 45, and what's left is 10, because 45, 45 is 90, 1, 10. So it will not contain here, so it will come down here. All right, so the last thing I want to do is I want to center everything. So I'll just see justify content is center. Let's see. Yeah, so that's fine. All right, so that's all I wanted to do actually on this file. So everything I'm doing here, it doesn't matter. That's not the purpose of this whole session. The purpose of this session is to host our site. So I'm going to that's true. That's true. I already have all this on a file before, and I think it's already hosted actually. So let's do something. Let's create a new folder. I'll call it TJP3. Then I'm going to open this folder. I'm going to copy everything here minus the git. I'll copy everything here. Actually, I just need index and style.css actually. So I'll open CJP3, the new folder, and paste it there. That's all I need. So here I want to close this, whatever is happening here now. I want to close it, or I'll go to file and then I'll open a new folder, a new project. So I'll select TJP3, which is here, and select folder. All right. So okay. All right. So now this is broken. Like this is no longer active. If I close this, it goes off. So what I want now is, let me close this guy too as well. So I want to run the server using this folder, on this folder now. So I'll just go to go live here. So go live, and then it will open whatever we have here now. Yeah, so that's fine. So the reason why I'm doing all of this is because I want to host this. I want to push to a brand new repo. That's why I created a new folder. So I'll go to source control. I'll click on publish to GitHub. TJP3 is fine. That's the name of the repo. I'm going to make it public repo. Then yeah, these are the files inside. That's fine. I'll click on OK, and then it will be publishing down here, publishing to the repo down here. That's what's happening here. So let's give it a little more time for that to complete. Mind you, the purpose of this whole session is just to know how to, after you've pushed successfully to GitHub, which most of you have done, then how do you host it on, so that it's live, so that everybody can see it. So I'll go to my GitHub. I would open GitHub here. Then I'll go to my repo here. So your repositories, I'll click there. I think my server is a little bit slow. Your repositories. All right. So so this is TJP3. This new one we just hosted. We just created rather. So I'll click on it, and then the steps are very very simple. The steps are very very simple. Once you click on TJP3, it opens the repository. You go to settings. So you click on settings, then you click on pages down here. If I scroll up a little, you see it. This is pages. So you click on pages, you select the branch that you're working with. Most times at this stage, most times you only have one branch, either it's main or master, anyone. So mine is master, so I'll select master, and then I'll click on save. Now once I click on save, that's all I have to do to host my site. I just have to give GitHub like a minute or two, so that it will load whatever is on my site. So I'll give it like a minute. Let's try a minute. But before then, while we wait, just to save time, did everybody on this call, did you guys see the assignment that I dropped on the channel? Okay, all right. Is it okay? Is it straightforward? Is there anything you don't understand? Is there anything that not okay? Sorry, I didn't get that. Okay, all right. Do I have okay? Let me open. I think it's called TJP. Yeah. Let's just. I want to open assignment on Slack. So just give me a little more time. Maybe we'll use a minute. Use a minute to explain what that is. Let me refresh this to see if this is done. It should be done by now. I think should be done by now. Aha! So this is the live link. Now this link, if I were to open this link, it's here. This is what we just did, and I've successfully hosted the site. So your assignments, once you are done with your assignment and you've pushed to GitHub, the steps I just took is the steps on um how to host whatever you have done, how to host it, and it will just appear like this, just like so this is our our personal computer. From the URL you would see, but the hosted live link, I Mr. Von, github.io, then TJP3. Yeah. So I would like to stop